Hello, beautiful people. You're listening to Donald, aka Arm of Justice, coming to you from InDev.News. That's INDEV.NEWS. Not .com, not .net, but .news. InDev standing for humanity, which is always in development. And happy holidays to all the listeners out there. While this isn't really a podcast, we don't have a podcast this week because people have been busy, holiday season, and folks have been busy in general recently, and so the podcasts haven't been coming out as readily as they normally do. That being said, I thought it'd be a good chance to do something really cool with Windows Phone here and do a What's on My Phone. There's a couple of reasons why I wanted to do this. One reason is that Windows Phone is incredibly flexible. It's somewhere in between Android and iPhone. iOS I find very boring. Just a bunch of icons. Yeah, you have widgets in your notification area. What are you going to do? It's not very subject to user discretion in terms of how you want it designed. Android, on the other hand, and I do have good experience with Android, gives you lots of flexibility, even if you want to poke around with a custom launcher. But it's always subject to slowdown, especially if you're using that launcher on top of a skin. So there's that to deal with. Also, I'm going to apologize in advance. It's going to be a lot of talking. I'm recording, unfortunately, right near a hallway. And so there's going to be people walking in and out of the building, going in and out of the elevator. So I'm going to apologize for that in advance. You can't edit everything out. We're going to do it live. That being said, you can do quite a bit with Windows Phone, and people don't understand that. And especially since Windows 10 Mobile has been giving lots of fans, in particular, a really buggy experience, I thought that I'd just go through, show you how I've set up Windows Phone, which I actually find very flexible as compared to Android or iOS. So without further ado, let's get started. Let's see. I'm using a built-in app called Project My Screen, and as long as you download a companion app for a computer, you can project your screen. How neat is that? So you see Gohan and Goten enjoying their holiday season for a partial view of a snowman that they were building. Nice little boxing glove there. And one of the issues that people have with Windows Phone, like I said, is they think that there's not a lot of apps out there. And they're right. There is definitely an app issue. I'm not going to go into the app issue here. But hey, let me just show you what I've got running here. And this is actually running off of a 640 XL 4G dual SIM device, unlocked from B&H Photo. And I actually quite like it. I'm running a lot of the apps off of a very fast SD card, and you do need to run it off of an SD card, as you can see. So I have a couple of choice browsers here. Internet Explorer, I'm not a fan of it. There's just a lot of things that doesn't support. Microsoft Edge is better, but even on Windows 10 Mobile, it's still having some of those issues. So what I've got over here is I've got UC Browser, and I could show you that. I'm not going to deep dive into too many of these apps because I want to keep the video relatively short. But so I may not show you that, but UC Browser is a pretty good. It's a really good browser. It's also cross-platform, so you'll find them on iOS and you'll find it on Android. I also have Incognito Browser just for quick browsing, especially if somebody wants to use my phone. I don't necessarily want you deep diving into all of my accounts, things like that, so you can use that. And then Opera Mini is really good if you just want to save your data and browse the internet. Obviously, you have your little people apps like Contacts, OneDrive, Alarm, Messaging, and Phone. What I like about the live tiles on Windows Phone is you get a display of a lot of information as much as you want. As you can see, I have this really compact. And in Windows 10 Mobile, you can even have that even more compact. You can have an extra 2 rows. It gets crazy. But in my case, I have Blue Skies, and I'll show you this app. Blue Skies is really great. It updates periodically. Obviously, if you open the app, it does it automatically. It's now getting the weather from the gods, if you will. You would say from the weather gods. Overcast. It uses simple language. It's powered by Forecast, which is a really good source for weather. Light rain starting tonight, continuing tomorrow morning. It's just really simple, straightforward, nice features. Still has the old Windows design where you just swipe from the bottom, and even though I understand they want wider user experience, familiarity, and easier app compatibility, this just makes more sense. That just makes more sense. Go into your settings here. There you go. Live tile support. You have different kinds of live tiles. Wide, medium. You can change the type of live tile that you use. Go into medium. You can change it up. So it's really great. I love this app. Over here we have music and videos. Got quite a few little programs here. VLC. It's over here. Cast. Molly Player. I have a 64 gigabyte SD card slot in here, so I carry lots of music and video when I don't have space to stream. MyTube, I'll show you MyTube. MyTube is a brilliant app. I use the Windows 10 version also. I was watching this little video.
So this is something new. It's called Tech Showdown, and if you don't like it, TS.
Get it?
Thank you for that. So the challenge is simple. 2 contestants build computers.
Thank you, Linus. So yeah, so that app is great. Has really fluid controls, and it's a YouTube replacement. It's totally worth the $1 you pay for it. And I think during the holiday season, it's 10 cents off. I mean, it's actually only cost 10 cents. I like my tech news, so you have quite a bit of apps here. Windows Central app is pretty cool. Already have an update. Already see the headline there. And ooh, look at that. Maybe I should pick one of these up and review it if I wasn't broke. But yeah, no. The app renders pretty well. I have very few complaints about it. If I want to jump to another app, I can see what I was looking at. Cough, cough, WebOS, cough, cough. CNET has an app. Flipboard, it doesn't flip. Whatever. Ironically enough, Magnify News actually flips. And the Engadget app recently stopped working, which made me really sad. And so I can pull down Engadget data through Magnify News, and look at that. I mean, it's not a piece of paper that flips, but it certainly flips. Yeah, see? Look at that. Would you look at that? Flip. So it's definitely possible. The GPU can handle it. This is running a Snapdragon 400. When you go on a Flipboard, oh, Flipboard doesn't flip. I don't know why it doesn't flip, but you see, it just kind of, which is nice. It breaks it down by page still, but flip animation. Some of this I haven't set up. This is Cover, Mediafire, so those are like comic readers. This is Next Gen Reader, which feeds into Feedly. Phonely is something else for that. I haven't really used that much. You have Newser. Cortana gives me updates sometimes. Pocky for Pocket, which is really great. I'll jump into T-Blog. T-Blog is a really great Tumblr app replacement, powered by Tumblr. Hopefully nothing ratchet comes up, because Tumblr can be problematic. But yeah, you can pin different things to it and all that. different Tumblr pages to your start screen. The pinning function for Windows Phone is really great. You have Gmail. This is like the built-in mail app. It's functional. This really great calendar app called Week View. It's not the built-in one. I don't have anything scheduled right now, but you'd be able to scroll through each day independently. You can change your view. You can do a bunch of stuff. It's really great. You have the Store app, the Lumia camera app. Can you wait? This is kind of cool, actually. The Twilight Zone. This app is really great. If you swipe over here, you have all types of functions, major photography functions that you can use. So that's really great. I like that. OneNote is brilliant. Though I think on other platforms it could be better. Here you just have the Facebook app, which is really nice. It shows you your cover photo, and it will also give you live tile updates. It's fine. Here Transit is really great. Here Maps is good. Here Transit's really great. It shows you a bunch of different routes and things like that for your local transit system. And I'm from Brooklyn, New York, which is part of New York City, so that's really helpful. I just go right to that app. Ooh, look at that. Podcast. So Pocket Cast is an app that came to Windows Phone from other platforms recently, and For Colored Nerds is a really great podcast, but so is this one. I wonder what this one is. Huh. Let's see if we can play that. Huh. That sounds like a great intro, isn't it? Wow. Yeah. Welcome to the InDev Podcast, where humanity is always in development. Haha. Yeah, so I actually have a bunch of podcasts that I listen to. Some photography ones over here. The Read, which is pretty funny. For Colored Nerds, I like a little bit better than The Read more recently. A little bit more intellectual race conversations. Then you have our podcast, and then Pocket Now, which is really nice. You have the Amazon app, which is kind of a web wrapper, but it works fine. I don't do much gaming, but you have Sniper Fury, which I've been playing. Gameloft has plenty of games for this platform. And then Last Heroes, which I haven't played, but I've heard good things, so I'm going to try that out. Some social apps, Twitter. I don't use Twitter that much. Skype. Yeah, and then Page Manager for Facebook. It's not a first-party app, but it's really great for that. Little things, little pages that I've pinned that I want to keep up on. OneNote, to running to-do list. Star Wars, and then Netflix. Probably shouldn't show too much here, but the Netflix app. This is still the old version because the new version has been updated for Windows Phone, but it works. I was watching Star Wars Clone Wars. As you can see, Star Trek Voyager and Doctor Who are right up here. Normally shows a preview in this area. I'm not sure why. And Kevin Hart is seriously funny. So there you have it. This is a very simple video. Nothing really too special here. But, if you have any questions about these apps, other apps, there's some apps I haven't set up. Here's just a view of the apps that I've used. Some I haven't even opened up yet. But it's a good time. And I would recommend it to you all as well. Anyway, guys, this is Donald from InDev.News. That's humanity is always in development. And I'll see you next time. See, so this isn't really to sprint around. This is like a tactical sprint. You know what I mean? See, so there's lots of upgrades up here. Oh, got myself into a little bit of a bar. Oh, God! Give me my original gun back. Everything died.